Welcome back to our Saving the California Dream, everybody. We're just getting warmed up. I'm Jeff Michael. I'm here with series producer Heidi Kuda.
Yep. About a decade ago, a handful of young businessmen decided to take control of the destiny of their city, Austin, Texas, by creating an economic development corporation with the singular focus of luring business there. Thousands of jobs later, Austin is booming, and board member Tim Taylor tells us we could do it right here in California.
We could see that, Austin's future was really great if the business community could come together and form a way to support economic development in an Austin sort of way, so that we were out bringing business and jobs in that fit with Austin, that didn't hurt our environment, that we're always conscious about what we're doing. Does it fit Austin? Does it keep the green city? Does it keep the cool and things like that? So it was very focused and very intentional, and it's created tens of thousands of jobs now after a decade. Those of us that were doing that were sort of the young Turks. It's not conservative, liberal, it's not Republican, Democrat, it's simply who can do a better job with your money. Is it the government or the individual?
How do we do that in California? How do we get the private sector and the government to actually work together and get on the same page?
I guess you got to make the private sector like the government. And Austin,
make them like them physically, or?
Make them like them, get along with them, and not feel like they're the enemy. I mean, I know y'all have got a pretty highly regulated state, and I think that's one thing. Austin's pretty highly regulated, but the government regulation is, one of the ways we keep our balance that I was talking about with the environment.
So it's got to be pretty invigorating to see basically what's been accomplished over the last decade.
Everything I'm looking at right now out my window, this window of our conference room is new. All these buildings are new. The economy's back, and the cranes are back up in the sky again, and right there dead ahead at City Home you can see the National Bird of Texas.
Yes.
I love it.
Robert Parker, Eric Crown, plus now businessman again, Grant Cardone, all back with us. Now, I want to start with what your young Turks that you were talking about pointed out. You see the building, the cranes. Tell me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but it strikes me that's not the problem. We seem to do really well with government and business working in partnership when it comes to building Farmers Field, Staples Center, AEG, LA Live. It's just not very good when we talk about small business and operating.
Well, one of the things is if you look at our unemployment in California, I say our unemployment because I still live here, on the weekends. So I vacation here on weekends, but if you look at the unemployment, 8% of those people are non-college educated people. You're going to have to bring small business back in to put them back to work. You can't just cater to the large companies.
Well, that's if you don't have a big name, if you're not an Apple, a Facebook, the big names, they're not paying attention to you. The fact that I could write the governor a letter and can't get responded to, you see, that wouldn't happen in Austin. In Austin, I'd get a response.
But what's interesting, what you just said is so interesting to me, because Apple, where's it growing? In Texas.
Yeah,
that's where they're putting in their 4,000 compound.
And also, most of their investments are run out of Nevada, which means they don't pay state taxes in California, but they're so giant they can defend themselves. I can't defend myself against the state of California.
It was interesting in China. The incoming president was talking about, I can talk to the McDonald's, but really what I need to talk to is a small to medium-sized business. That's going to make China prosper.
That's coming from the
How
new
do I get
president
partnerships going with America? But he's dealing, the incoming president wants to deal with the small business and forsake the big business.
All right, so who do you organize? What do you do? I keep asking this question. Austin is a smaller town, a much smaller town than Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco.
Much more attractive to live there, cheaper for an individual, cheaper for employees. I can pay less money to somebody there.
But keep in mind,
right?
A decade ago they had all our same problems. So whether it's smaller, all the same rules apply.
But the thing is that government started engaging small business. Right now, we're saying, how can small business engage our government? We pay them. They should be engaging us. They should be coming to us and saying, how can we help you build small business in California?
Look, when a company's broken, let's say this government is a company. Let's say it's BlackBerry. BlackBerry doesn't go raise their prices right now and start double charging their best clients. Right. They got to get competitive in the marketplace. They got to lower their pricing. Encourage me to stay here. Literally pay me to stay here because I'm productive, and these guys are as well.
All right, when we come back, I'm going to let the man with the biggest jet do more of the talking. All right, coming up, we've got more. I don't even know, but I'm just guessing he does have one. From Rick Perry on his competition with California. We'll be right back.
We actually flew in.